Hey TPS family, so I wanted to do a order video of my own. A lot of you have had questions. We've got a lot of new people, and sometimes it's really hard to tell you over the phone what needs to be done, and if we're not living next to you, it's hard to show you. So I'm going to show you right here. And this is not a video that can be shared because there's going to be some personal information that you see on the screen, but I thought that the best way to show you would be to show you from my workstation with an actual order. So to create a party order, you're going to go to the order tab at the top of your screen. If you're doing it from mobile, it's going to be in the hamburger, what do they call it, icon, which is the 3 lines on the top left, and you'll be able to go down to the order tab from there. Then you're going to select Scentsy order. And there's 3 parts to every Scentsy order party, okay? The first is the party details, the second is the guest details, and the third is the payment details. Typically, you won't see the payment details until you've hit your qualifying party, which is 200 PRV, right? And on this very first screen for the party details, it really doesn't matter what you use as the order type. I tend to use the basket one because there's less information that needs to be entered. However, it's totally up to you. At this point, we've been able to get our IT department to change over Show on PWS to automatically select yes, which I think is brilliant. What that means is that this party is going to show in your list of open parties on your website. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and would you use Party Planner? I always select no. It is not a very powerful feature right now that we have on the workstation. So we're going to go ahead and type in information. You're going to put in the name of the party here, the date of when it is. That is, I mean, if you put a to date and it doesn't close on that date, it's not going to shut the order down, just so you know, okay? So this is just kind of for your own information. You're going to put the hostess information here on the right-hand side. If you're the hostess, then you can go ahead and select use consultant as host, and it'll auto-populate your information. And same with the ship to. Remember that we can ship a party to one place for free if it qualifies at the 200 level. So all orders that are entered into the workstation, if they're all being shipped to the consultant or if they're all being shipped to the hostess, they can get free shipping. All right. I'm going to go in and just select a party order that I already have open by going to pending. And I'm going to choose my friend Joni. And you'll see here where I've selected basket. It is showing on PWS. The name of her party is her name. She has her information here for the hostess, and I'm also having it shipped to her because she doesn't live next to me. If she lived next to me, I would definitely have this shipped to me so that I could label everything, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue, and you'll see as I scroll to the top, first and foremost, because we selected Show on PWS, you're going to get a party link. This is their personal shopping link that they can share with their friends so that it will go towards their party. The orders that get entered on the website will get credited towards their party. On the left-hand side, you're going to see where you can actually edit the information for Joni on the right, on the left here, where it says Edit Party Info. You're going to have the host base, which here it shows 164, so we're $40 short of our goal, which is 200. PRV is 69, and I'm going to explain why there's a big difference there. And then once you hit the 200 host base, you're going to notice that these auto-populate for how many you have earned and how much host credit you've earned. Once you've taken them, which I'll show you here in a moment, these will auto-populate as well. Workstation orders is showing $80 for Joni, and there's the total for workstation guests, but then there's another section called online guests. So the difference between PRV is an online guest. The PRV is accounted for at the time it ships. So let's say there was a party that was opened in February, and the orders were placed online in February, then February is when that PRV is going to be accounted for you and when you're going to get paid commission. But the party's not closing until March because they wanted the new spring and summer catalogs. So any orders that get placed in March are going to go towards this PRV number up here where it says 69. But since there were no online orders placed in March as of yet, The only PRV that's showing is the one that I've entered into the workstation right here. Okay, so when I refer to tabs, I'm talking about this area right here where it says Joni Gagnon host. That's her tab. This is also the hostess tab. So you're going to see that it has the options for her to assign an item at half price, a host credit, or at retail price. These items will become available once you hit the 200 host base. So let's go ahead and enter an order for $40. So we're going to do the Parlor warmer, which is the shade warmer, and I'm going to go ahead and add to cart. And you're going to notice now that the host base is now $209 and PRV is $114 because that was actually entered into the workstation. So it's current PRV. Balance due is $125 and that equals fees, which there's a $5 fee because not all of our hostess credits have been used yet. That $5 fee will go away when you use the hostess rewards. The shipping has gone away because we did hit our $200 qualifying party for the host base. All right, so now let's say that you're ready to use the hostess rewards. The party is getting ready to close and the hostess has given her your choices or her choices for her hostess credit. Let's say she says that she wants Gilly the Buddy for half price. Okay, that's what she wants to use for her half price item. So you're going to select half price first, and then you're going to put in Gilly for the buddy. And that way the system knows to assign that item at half price. So I'm going to go ahead and add to cart. It pops me into this section because I need to select a scent pack. So we're going to choose Aussie Plum. I'm going to hit add. And then I'm going to save the multi-pack. It'll bump me back to the guest area, what they call the guest details area. See it right here? That's what it says. And then you'll notice now also that where it says taken, 1 of 1 earned. So that tells me that I have used up my half price item. So now let's go ahead and assign the host credit. And here I'm going to do the Love Element Warmer. Now I know that the Love Element Warmer is more than $20, right? So what happens is because I know that the warmer is $25, see how it says taken $25 and $4.10 is going to go towards the overage. So they are allowed to pay or spend more on their host credit and they'll just pay the balance. Now that $4.10 also goes towards your PRV, so you get paid on that. Any half price items or host credit items are not collected towards your PRV. You do not get paid on them, but if there is an overage, then you do get paid on that. Okay, so now the perpetual party reward is the only reward that's left where you see there's a 0 here. The perpetual party reward is something that you can utilize at your will. You can utilize it for yourself. You can utilize it for a thank you to a party that was booked. They call it perpetual because if you're at Jill's party and Jane books a party at Jill's party, at Jane's party, Jill will get the half price item. Did that make sense? Hopefully it did. Maybe you need to rewind this to watch that part. But otherwise, I'm going to give Joni the half price item and I'm going to thank her for having her party. So I'm going to give her, let's see, let's do, what do I want to do? 6-pack of bars. So I'm going to put 6 PK and I'm going to select Scentsy 6-pack. I'm going to apply. It's going to bump me over to where I need to select my bars. And she just happens to want 6 of the same ones. Save multi-pack. And now we're going to go back. Okay, so now you're going to notice that over here, everything is taken. All of rewards have been used. Everybody's orders are in. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom and I'm going to hit continue. This third page is the payment details page. All right, you have the ability to add 30 different credit cards to any party order. It's very often that people pay with credit cards and that's fine. So what happens is you're going to go ahead and enter somebody's credit card information here their card number, I don't know what it is, and you're going to hit security code, you're going to put in their zip code, and then you're going to give the amount to apply to that card. So if their order was only $80, then you're only going to put $80 here, and then you're going to hit add payments. Now what happens is when you hit add payments, that payment information is going to populate itself down below this payments applied bar, okay? And then the balance will start to decline depending on how much you're applying to each credit card. So you're going to put in a credit card, add to payments. Put in another credit card, add to payments. Remember that you're applying the amount for that credit card only. Once you have entered all of the credit cards, this balance should be down to 0, and then you can process payments and continue. When you process payments and continue, it actually brings you to an order detail screen where it gives you the order number, it tells you how much PRV. I usually print that page out, I fold it in half, and I put all of the order slips inside of that and paper clip it together. And that's how I complete an order. So hopefully you found that helpful. Let's say also, let me go back one thing. Let's say you're not done an order and you're not ready to put the payments in, and you've put some orders in. You can exit this screen at any time, and any information that you added is going to be saved. So I'm going to go ahead and click on orders, and that's going to pop me back to my order tab. If I go to pending orders, I can see any of my pending orders that I have. And by clicking on edit, let's go find Joni again, it reopens the party where you left off. So it starts at the party details, you hit continue after you've confirmed that information, and now you're back into the party tab guest details area. Okay, you can finish up your orders, you can apply your host credits, and then you can hit continue at the bottom and enter your payment to finalize the order. Hopefully this made sense. I just wanted to do this for my team alone, so please don't share this video out. I'm not uploading it to YouTube. It's just going to be up on our Facebook page because of the personal information. Hopefully you understand that, and hopefully you found it helpful. Bye.